Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Drafty. As you guys all know, BO6 is now out, so I'm going to be showing you guys the best graphic settings to get the best performance in-game. And starting right off the bat, we're going to go with the display mode as full screen exclusive to provide the best performance for your game. You're going to want the screen refresh rate as high as it can go, because that is your monitor's max refresh rate. For display gamma, you can just keep that on default. Reflex low latency, that is specifically for NVIDIA cards, so if you do have that, turn that on. Then obviously you want VSync off for everything, and you want the frame rate limit to be the same thing as your max refresh rate. For the menu resolution options, you want optimal, game rendering off, reduce quality, you can turn that on if you want to, and then focus mode I have on 0. You're going to want your render resolution at 100, dynamic resolution off, and then your sharpening setting set to fidelity cast, and set that to 100. For your RAM target scale, you should either keep this at 80 or 90. I usually keep mine at 80. Variable rate shading will improve your FPS greatly, so you want to turn that on, even though I have it off. For the details and textures, you are either going to want to keep these on the low setting, or you want to keep them off. And by the low setting, I either mean low or very low. It's just whatever the option is for that specific setting. There is no longer an option to turn off on-demand texture streaming, so I just put mine on minimal, and for the cache amount, I set that to the default. Those shadows do help with visibility sometimes and help you with locating people. I usually just keep it on low anyways, and for the other shadow settings, I just turn them off. Now onto the environment settings, I literally just turn these all either low or off for the best performance. Now onto the view settings. The motion reduction preset is actually pretty good if you want to turn that on, but we're going to just adjust the settings anyways. So FOV, we have at 100, but this is kind of preference for what you want. I usually set at 100 to 106. For the ADS field of view, you want that on affected. Weapon field of view, you want on either default or wide. I kind of like wide because it lets me see more of my screen. For the third person FOV, you want on 90, and the vehicle FOV, you want on default or wide. Now finally onto the camera settings, you want motion blur off entirely. You want camera movement to the lowest possible setting. For the third person ADS transition, you can keep that as default. Now, finally, the inverted flashbang setting depends entirely on if you want to be blinded while playing at 3 a.m. in the dark, but the off setting will keep it as the default flashbang, and then if you turn it on, it will turn your screen dark when you get flashed. Anyways, that is going to do it for the settings. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you out. I'm going to be live streaming Black Ops 6 every single day at twitch.tv/draftygg. If you guys want to come see some peak gameplay, come stop by, drop a follow, say what's up. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.